Police in Cape Girardeau say an early morning fire at the Islamic Center in Cape Girardeau is considered suspicious, and detectives are investigating it as arson. The fire comes on the first full day of Ramadan for the Muslim community. Missouri's chapter of the Council for American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, is asking investigators to consider bias as a possible motive. In a statement, a national spokesperson for CAIR said, quote, "Because the fire was deemed suspicious and because it occurred at a house of worship on a significant religious date, we urge law enforcement authorities to investigate a possible bias motive for the blaze."
The communications director for the Council on American Islamic Relations, Ibrahim Hooper, says the outpouring of support helps keep the Muslim community going.
I think it just shows that in times of crisis, people will work together, they'll come together, and, we just hope that ultimately we can determine what the cause and the motive of this fire was.
Hooper says while the motive is still unclear, it's not unusual to see incidents like this during Muslim holidays.
As Muslims are heightening their activities, spiritual activities for Ramadan, sometimes we see an uptick in hate incidents as well.
Thank you for calling KFVS 12 in the Heartland CW. Your call is important to us. If you know
Heartland News.
Hi, do you have time to listen to a complaint about something I saw on KFVS?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, thank you. This is about the mosque fire, and it's specifically about including the Council on American Islamic Relations in the broadcast. I wanted to point out to someone in the newsroom that there's a steady drumbeat of hate coming from CAIR, in that they get on the TV and attack people.
This isn't a complaint, this is an opinion.
Well, it's news in that they do attack people on TV stations.
All right, but what I'm saying is your complaint isn't with us. Call CAIR. Don't call us.
No, it's the TV stations are cooperating with CAIR and attacking people.
No, that's your opinion.
Oh, if only that were true. KFVS gave 3 broadcasts to CAIR's campaign to fire a 20-year veteran of the Sykes-Town Police Force without ever once taking the officer's side.
At 4.
Today at 4, a Sykeston police officer on leave. All the trouble allegedly over one or more anti-Muslim Facebook posts.
This all happened after the Missouri chapter of the Council of American Islamic Relations sent the officer's post to the Sykeston DPS, welcoming an investigation into the officer's post. According to the CAIR Missouri, the officer posted several anti-Muslim posts, one of them saying, quote, "I get to choose whom I dislike, and it just so happens to be all Muslims and their beliefs," end quote.
I think it's very important that as America becomes more diverse, as people of all faiths call America their home, that we have police officers who stand for the integrity of the badge and stand for the integrity of their department and continue that public trust.
CAIR Missouri, a Muslim civil rights group, sent the comments to city officials requesting they take action. Faison Sayed tells me he's glad the department moved quickly.
We're grateful that they put this officer on administrative leave and are launching a full investigation to potentially have other disciplinary actions happen against this officer.
From Heartland News.
Breaking at noon, a Sykeston police officer investigated for allegedly making anti-Muslim posts on a public Facebook account has resigned.
We're not interviewing them every day and giving them a megaphone to air their message.
Now, in high definition, live, local, late breaking. This is The Breakfast Show on KFVS 12.
When you hear the word jihad, you think of terrorism or as the Islamic holy war. That's not exactly what the word means, though, and some Muslims are mounting a campaign to take back the true purpose of jihad.
Activists like Nihad Awad, the National Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, say the term is misunderstood.
It is a concept, a noble concept within Islam that emphasizes personal struggle within yourself to be a better person, better husband, better wife, better worker, better neighbor. It is not aggression, and it does not mean to commit harm against other people.
Don't you call CAIR and talk to them about it? Why are you calling me?
Because you're giving legitimacy to
No, we're not giving them legitimacy. want nothing but facts. We don't try and litter stuff with an opinion.
States has seen a rise in violence by white supremacists.
I would say the majority of it is propagated online. In fact, this morning after the attacks, I was seeing celebrations of the attacks online on the anti-Muslim hate sites. It's really disgusting.
There are all kinds of things to care about and causes to champion, but showing local newscasters that they are violating their own stated principles when they include the Council on American Islamic Relations in their broadcasts can do a great deal of good.